start the meeting. First off, pursuant to open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Start off with the roll call.
Stephanie MacArthur, Recording Secretary.
Natalie Mello.
John LaPointe.
Sidney Dua. Okay, get right into the motion to approve last month's minutes on February 21st, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Unopposed. I know, I like to do my minutes first. Look what you put in.
All right.
Don't run the shit.
Well, you might forget.
You need to see president like that. Okay, we're gonna start off with citizen input. Is there anybody here that is not on the current agenda that wishes to address the board? So if you haven't received a letter, if you didn't write anything to us and got a letter saying that the meeting is today, that would be for you. Okay, moving on. First thing on the agenda is curb cut. We have 64 Division Street. Engineer department has found no issues. Motion to accept.
Motion to accept.
A second by Helen. Any opposed? None. Carries. All right, 2629 South Main Street. Anyone here from 2629 South Main?
South Main is
This would be
Octavia Court.
New Leaf.
No, Octavia Court.
What's your address? What's your address?
928 Broadway Street.
Broadway?
Broadway.
No, I'm
he's-
looking
No. yeah,
for
he's-
South Main, South Main.
Oh, sorry.
New Leaf? None? On once, twice? Table that one.
Motion on the table.
Can I have a motion to table this?
Motion.
Natalie, second. None opposed. We'll table that till next month. 340 Rochester? Hello.
Oh, couldn't I just come up?
You can come down if you're gonna wanna address us. Just wanna give us a second. We're gonna go over the letter that you had submitted. Okay. Would you like to speak?
Sure. I'll just sort of repeat what's in the letter. My name's Clement Brown. This is my wife, Helen. We live at 340 Rochester, which is a couple blocks north of Nickel Street, in the vicinity of Derby High. We just wanted to bring to public officials' attention what we think is a potentially dangerous situation in front of Durfee High School. We drive there every day. We walk there pretty much every day. And we've noticed two things. One is that students are crossing that street all the time, not just when school starts and when it ends, but in the day. So I guess seniors get released or something, I'm not sure, but they go over to Dunkin' Donuts and so forth. The other thing and as with most young people, they're usually looking at their phones and not where they're going. Pretty much 50+% of the time. The other thing we notice is that at certain times, traffic going north on Ellsbury is going very fast. And it's usually like 10 minutes of the hour before a class starts at BCC. I have to tell you, I wasn't aware that it was a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. And there's many times I've gone from Dunkin' Donuts or CVS north to our house, and I've been traveling 30, and people zoom past me. And it's almost always at that time when BCC, there's a class. And I understand people work they go to BCC, people have families, and they get late. So it's those two things together that concern us. Now, I know there are traffic signs. There's a 20-mile-an-hour sign in front of the bagel place, New York Bagel. Looks kind of new. And then there's a 30-mile-an-hour sign before you get to BCC. Frankly, I hadn't seen the 20-mile-an-hour sign. I don't know if it's been there all along. But coming the other way, coming south from Valentine, there's a 30-mile-an-hour sign right after you come around the corner on Ellsbury. And then there's a 20-mile-an-hour sign after you've gone by the school. You know, if somebody didn't know it, they wouldn't see the 20-mile-an-hour until they'd already gone past the school and past the entrance to the field house. So basically, that's our concern. I know enforcement is tough. I know in the past they have had a patrol vehicle out there and pulled people over. I've been pulled over myself, but that was about 15 years ago. We did see somebody out there monitoring traffic early last week, in front of where BCC is. Last week was the spring break for BCC, so I doubt they really saw any of what we're talking about. That's basically it. I don't know if you want to add anything, Helen.
I'm just afraid some kid's gonna get run over. I really am. They just kind of wander out and, you know, they're kids and people drive really fast in that area. And I just would like to see a sign that, I mean, we have a crossing sign at the crosswalk that flashes. And I think that if there was a speed limit 20 miles an hour somewhere near that, it would attract the attention. And I know that Portsmouth and Middletown have these limits in their school areas, and people really slow down. It's really adhered to. I don't know why, I don't see police monitoring it, but when you hit that area that says 20 miles an hour school zone, bang, the traffic slows right down until they get to end of school zone, and then the traffic picks up again. And I just don't think there's any reason we shouldn't have the same safety consideration for these kids in our neighborhoods.
Sure.
So we'd like to see a sign.
Is it visible? Is it, maybe we need to make it more visible
So
with these
I
signs?
can speak on this for a
Yeah.
minute, if you allow me. I'm the traffic unit commander. Okay, so this actually falls into my wheelhouse. My guys are assigned strictly to traffic enforcement, okay? Couple of things. I, first of all, appreciate your concern, and I'm 100% in agreement with you, okay? But a couple of things we gotta talk about. One, like you said, there's a 20-mile-an-hour sign that you yourself had sat here and said that you didn't even notice. You have no idea how long it has been.
Well, that's because I'm usually coming out of
Exactly.
CVS
No,
or
no, no. I
Dunkin'.
completely understand. I just want to bring up something
Yeah.
to, just a small thing, right? If you follow me here. Signs are placed, and a lot of times, people just aren't noticing. And not to say that they're not looking for the sign, but they're looking for the major issue that might pop up. Is there someone on the curb that's crossing? Is there a car stopping in front of them? These are the immediate threats, if you will, where I'm not going to be looking off to the side of the road at a 12 by 12 sign. So signage is important. You're never going to hear me say it's not, but it's certainly not the end-all be-all, okay? You said that there's also a flashing sign for the crosswalk.
Right.
It's literally a flashing sign. I can't make it any more noticeable other than putting a horn as every car drives by. And that itself doesn't slow people down. So the request of saying, oh, maybe if we put a sign next to the flashing sign, they might slow down for that one. You know what I'm saying? And again, these are all 100% true, real concerns. And it's just an enigma that I think every municipality has to deal with when it comes to school zones and enforcement. It is, like everyone knows, red traffic light means stop. It's always been the same thing. School zone is 20 miles an hour. That has never changed. Everyone knows that. We can put the signs till kingdom come every 5 feet. The sign itself aren't going to make people slow down. There are options we have. You gotta understand, as much as we all here would want to do it, anything we do is going to cost a price, right? What is successful in a lot of these areas are the speed tables or speed humps. But what happens almost all the time these are put in place is people that live in that area now hate the idea because they're having to go over a speed hump and it's wear and tear on their vehicles. The camera issue that I read in your letter, that is a great tool. That is a huge expense to the city because not only is it just the installing, it's the upkeep, it's the service for them because anything being recorded has to be stored somewhere. I mean, if it was a blank check, I'd endorse this right now. can we do something as far as putting up some other additional signage in front of Durfee going southbound to grab their attention instead, like you said, it's after? Yeah, I think that's something that could be done, absolutely. And hopefully that curtails it, even if it's 2%, you know what I mean? We have to do something to get ahead of the problem. I need you guys to understand, like, no matter how we approach it, I personally have yet to be able to find that magical way of overnight fixing the problem. And so I can tell you, my officers are over there several times a week during different times, and they are doing enforcement, whether there is a written warning, a verbal warning, or a monetary fine. But it's every school zone in the city, and then the regular main intersections, you know what I mean? So you might not be seeing them, but I can tell you wholeheartedly, I promise you, they are out there. So it isn't that they haven't been out there in the last 15 years. Anything else?
Well, I did a mea culpa because I wasn't aware of the 20 mile an hour. I should have been, but, and I've been doing 30 as they go by, as people pass me.
Sure.
You know, they go in that left-hand lane, which you're only supposed to be into 2.
Yeah, they think it's the high-speed highway lane. I get it.
But I'll do 20, don't worry. And
But you see, it's just something real simple. Like, that's actually the way the law is. If it's a school zone, it's 20 miles an hour, but people just get complacent, you know what I mean? And it's one of those things, I've had the occasion, someone has come in, they've made a complaint, you're right, this is an immediate threat, we need to get out there and start enforcing it. My guys were out there enforcing it, and it just so happened that the person who made the complaint was getting bagged and getting a monetary fine for doing what it is they were complaining about, and they're like, oh, well, no, you know what, there's no problem here, we're actually all set.
That's fair game. I mean, you know, it does have an effect. 2 things on the signs. I think coming south, it is a good idea to have one. The
Prior to
nearest
Derby.
one is the 30 mile an hour up near Valentine Street. So it's a long, there's nothing if you've never been coming south. But going north, you're coming around that corner, and I told you, I never saw it, the one in front of New England Bagel. It'd be nice to move that one up, because as you come around that corner, if you're a local, you're looking at people popping out of the CVS parking lot and
Sure.
popping out of Dunkin'. You're not looking for a sign until you're further up the street. So I'm not sure that one does anything. It might be good to just take that one down and put it 100 feet up the street or something.
I think those is definitely things we can do within our wheelhouse. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
That's about it.
I appreciate your time, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, we just wanted to bring it to your attention.
I know.
It's the
Thank you.
cell phones, I mean, you know,
I get it, I get it,
I mean, the drivers are bad enough, but the pedestrians are just looking at.
100%.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
time.
Take a motion to buy back this one. Okay, we'll go, actually, let's just get it now. I assume you gentlemen are here from New Leaf? Yes, sir. Okay. Do you want to come down and address the board? This is 2629 South Main Street?
Yes, sir.
Lift it off the table. Lift it off the table. He's already tabled it.
Oh,
Why?
motion to lift this off of the table from last month since they've come in and we can take care of this now?
Motion, please.
Second.
Second? All right, none opposed? All right, we'll deal with this now. 2629 South Main Street. You want to take some minutes to review the packet? And gentlemen, have anything to say regarding what your request is here?
We submitted some correspondence to you, I'm assuming you had time to review, just any feedback or,
All right, so from my understanding, looking at your proposal here and the photograph we have attached, you do have customer parking behind the building?
correct, sir.
And you're looking for additional parking along Last and South Main, being signage for time limit restriction?
Correct.
Well, I can tell you this, based on a lot of requests that come in through us, either it's a handicap, time zone, loading zone, anything like that that's going to require any kind of change in traffic pattern or parking. There's certain criteria that has to be met. That being said, there's also specific disqualifiers that can be, you know, navigated through, you know, extreme circumstances. Looking at this the way it is right now, and I'll by all means, give you guys a chance to state your case here. You're a business, you do have off-street parking. This is a commercial but also residential area. You know, it's the city of Fall River, parking spaces are
Hot commodity.
absolutely, you know what I mean? To say that from 8 to 11, I believe you're requesting, that would be strictly 20-minute parking, wouldn't fall within the parameters. 9 times out of 10, the time limit parking for a business, certainly we want you to have your business, you know what I mean, we want them parking there. That's usually reserved for a business that has no parking, or like a 1 or 2 spaces in front of, inlet in front of their business.
So just to voice some of our concerns, there are
Absolutely.
periods throughout the week that we see higher volumes of traffic.
Naturally.
And through an abundance of caution, we were just seeking this, just to provide more accommodations for parking and help field any concerns from the local neighbors and just, you know, and Peter.
So from the beginning, right, like one of our commitments, like unspoken, we're looking to always make sure that nobody's really parking in front of the neighbor's house. We have all our employees like parked down the street,
Yeah.
around the corner. And it was basically, we put some sandwich signs, like the A-frame signs, just 15-minute
Yeah,
park.
yeah.
It was just more during busy hours. It's just so that, customers would know to park. It was kind of like more training them to know that that parking's available for them, not just the back parking. Because sometimes the parking lot gets a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd see the sign, they'd be like, oh, I could park right in front of the building. I could turn around, I can park right here. That was mostly the reason why we did it. It was
Absolutely.
more for training, but then obviously, you know, some neighbors voiced their opinion. They said, hey, we don't like this. They're trying to take control. And it wasn't that by any means. We're good with our neighbors. Our neighbors park in front, like in front of our, we don't care.
Right.
It was just to kind of train the customers that are coming in
Mm-hmm.
every day, to kind of let them know that, hey, you can park here on the street. Because they were all, like, the parking lot was sometimes getting congested. And there was parking on in
I was
front
made
of the
aware
building.
of
And
a photo of your A-frames, and I applaud you for thinking outside the box and you know, trying it. But
Yeah.
It's one of those things, obviously, we can't post nobody can post any kind of signage on the public sidewalk unless it's blessed off by the city hall. And I don't know how long you had been doing it, and I'm sure it worked what you needed
it
for
was
while
really-
it was out there.
it was pretty
Fortunately, it was
effective.
one of those things, unless someone complains, it's not an issue.
Got it.
Someone obviously brought it to the attention, and I believe that our department had to reach out to you guys and say, hey, you can't be doing that anymore.
What if we do it for like an hour a day?
Listen, I want every business to have the free flow of their customers, you know, the entire length that you're open, okay? I completely, truly understand that, and I want that for every small business. The problem that we do have here is, one, it's already been an issue. Someone has complained, which sparked the, hey, we can't be putting it out there anymore. Two, you do have some semblance of off-street parking. I do not honestly myself see an exigent circumstance on why you guys would have to take a section of public parking along the public way just for the mere fact of busy hours. I can appreciate, I hope you understand, I truly.
Yeah.
It's not, it's just, you know, the
It's our overabundance of
residence
caution
comes
in our
through,
house. Yeah.
first, okay? So that's what I have to say. Does any other board member have anything? Any questions for these gentlemen?
No.
How many places do you have in the back?
We have a total of, including handicap, eight parking spots. We got 2 in the back, like we opened up. It was for employee parking, but things get a little busy, so we took the A-frames, right, that we had a couple extra ones. So we use them in the back now.
Right.
So customers park there, and
Does
there's
that
like
work for you?
it helps. It does help, but once again, like Fridays, we're doing close to like 800 people. You know, so we're just preparing and staying ahead of any more issues with the neighbors, because we're really good with the neighbors.
Yeah.
We want to maintain that. It was just more sort of mitigate traffic jams. That was the sole reason.
Just trying to get them to comply, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, we're good with all our neighbors, right? I mean, this is, like, we've been there for a little bit over a year, and really no issues whatsoever. No, if there's an
And
issue.
hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, that's
You know,
cool.
I would hate to tell you this, but I would almost guarantee if I boxed off that corner, 8 to 11, you might not have such a great relationship with your neighbors after
Yeah.
that. But, I mean, that's just speculation. Real quick, you guys have anything else to add?
No, that's it.
Okay. Does anybody have a motion for this board regarding this request?
Well, because of what you said, I say motion to deny.
That's fine.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's no, like, we're just looking to make sure that, like, we can keep the neighbors happy where they're not taking their parking spots. Like, full stop. The neighbors across the street, like, literally believe they own all those parking spots. And we're trying to accommodate to the best of our ability.
And you tried.
We respect everybody.
Mommy, if you can come up with another, thinking outside the box type of idea, shoot your shot, and if we can come to an agreement on that one, maybe that'd be something else, but,
Yeah.
we have a motion to deny, is there a second?
Second.
To deny.
Any
Second.
opposed? Okay, so gentlemen, unfortunately at this time, based on how I explained it, we're not gonna be able to accommodate that times parking,
That's fine.
okay? We
Yep.
appreciate your
Well,
time.
thank you for
Thank
trying.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for trying. Appreciate it.
Twenty-nine fifteen North Main Street. 2915 North Main.
Motion to table.
Motion to table,
Second.
second, any opposed? Table. Modern Furniture. Hello.
You want me to come up or?
If there's something you're gonna wanna address, feel free to come down. If not, you can sit right there.
Or I can address from here or to the table, whatever's easier.
My hearing is fine.
Okay.
Uh,
So I own a warehouse that borders Jefferson Street, Cambridge Street, and Grinnell Street. On the Grinnell side, we have 3 loading doors that require space for the large trailers that deliver furniture. And what I'm asking or requesting for someone to review our areas and get some no parking signs that bracket our property. Unfortunately, oftentimes cars are parked alongside the building on our property, and these large trailers cannot back up into our loading doors.
So, just so I understand correctly, you're only looking for a section of the curb break where your loading zone would be, so that.
There's no curbing along the width of our property.
No.
If someone were to go there, they would see there's no curbing.
No,
It's all
all around.
There isn't.
open.
I pass there every day. They used to have a truck that used to park there that sold seafood, right?
No, that's on
Grinnell
Cambridge
Street.
Street. Grinnell
Cambridge,
Street is
yeah.
on the opposite side. It's south.
It's probably just all cut, there's probably no curving to it.
If you come out of Walmart.
If you come down
They should.
If you're
Cambridge.
looking at our building
If
from
it's all
across the
open
street where
cut.
Walmart is.
Yeah.
Cambridge is on the right. Jefferson is in front of you,
Yeah.
and Grinnell Street is on the left.
This is when you come
Okay.
out of the
Yeah.
So
Walmart
it's on
parking
the
lot.
opposite side of the building you're referring to.
There's none, there's no curbing. I
There's-
remember.
Which side is your loading dock?
Well, if you're facing the building, it would be on the left, which is Grinnell Street.
Okay.
The length of our property along Grinnell Street has no curbing. It's all open, flat,
Yeah,
contiguous with the road, but cars often park on that side.
Yeah.
And these large trucks, are unable to back in.
Oh, that Cambridge.
Where are you requesting the signage on Cambridge?
What?
Where would you be requesting the signage, on Cambridge or Grinnell?
Grinnell.
Grinnell Street.
Okay.
That's where the loading docks
So
are.
yeah, see, it's all.
yeah. Yeah.
It's right, I mean, it's there, right?
Understandable.
Yeah, it's all
reasonable.
carbon, it's all
Yeah,
open.
understandable.
I have no issues or see no concerns with this request. Does anybody have any questions?
No, no issues.
Is there a motion on the table
Motion
Second.
to accept?
To accept.
Seconded. Any opposed? We agree with you, sir. There will be no parking between signs posted along that section of Grinnell
Well,
Street.
there's no signs at all.
Yeah. We'll be putting some signs up there.
Would someone come to look?
Yep,
Oh, yeah, you'll have that
Yeah,
out
my
there
ma-
within the next 12 weeks or so.
yeah, yep,
Tape measure?
yeah.
How long can I have
12 weeks.
It should take about 12 weeks prior to all that, but yeah, they'll be going out sooner to do the measurements, so you'll see them out there sooner to do those measurements.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your attention.
Very good.
Okay, this was tabled from last month. 194 June Street. 194 June Street. This is the second time. There's been a no-show.
Motion to,
Deny?
To deny.
deny.
Seconded. Natalie.
Yep.
Any opposed?
I got that one.
Seeing none.
I
Denied.
got those away.
All right. 928 Broadway. Hello. You can sit right this way. You don't have to come down. No access to the driveway, correct? No, no, no. No, what, you have no access to the driveway?
No.
Have a motion on this?
Motion to accept?
Second.
Second, any opposed? Seeing none. Your handicap space has been approved, sir, okay? Same deal, 12 weeks, and you'll have one in front of the residents, okay?
Good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
147 Warren. Hello.
It's on the corner of Foster Street.
I live on the corner of Warren and Foster. My side of the street has no parking, so it would have to be across the street on Warren. However, my actual entrance is on Foster Street. So I'm looking to have the sign put on Foster Street, right outside my gate.
There's a little driveway there, you can't park there.
And if I did park there, I'd still have to walk around, completely around the house. So, and I don't really have access to the driveway, so then what that parks there. I actually took a picture if you want to see it.
Oh, we got a picture. Does anyone have any questions? Or motion on this?
It's tough to, I live on Foster Street, so I know.
Yeah.
It's tough. Motion to approve.
Second?
Second, any opposed? There's none. Your handicap space has been approved as well, just so you know, it'll be posted towards the front of the entrance of the property,
What do you mean?
where your front door would be, not where the backside of where the,
There's no access there, there's no parking on that side of the road,
on which side now?
on Warren Street. So I would have to literally cross the street and walk down, cross the street to get to my entrance.
Well, can't you park, have it on the corner of Foster Street?
I
There's
could,
Warren,
I was trying
there's
to get-
Warren, and you're here.
Right.
You
but
could
I
have
was
it on
trying to get
Foster
it
Street.
closer to my entrance, so I didn't have to walk that much further.
Where is your entrance?
Foster Street. Gotta be.
Is it okay if I approach?
Yeah.
Yeah, please come down. This is what I'm looking at here.
This is the
picture
front of
here.
my house.
Yep,
So you would have to put it here.
correct.
There's my truck way over here.
Yep.
So.
Where do
this
you
is-
enter from?
This is the gate, that's where my truck is.
And that's on Foster.
So this is Foster,
That's Foster, this is Warren, the front of my house.
and this is the entrance to you are on Foster.
Back here where that gate is.
This is on Foster, correct?
Yeah, if you went further, I would be like close to the corner of the house, I'm in the back.
So, just to correct me if I'm wrong, they always try to put it
It'll be
closest
closest to the entrance,
of their
correct.
property.
Yep,
So right where
correct.
this would be is where your signage would be.
Okay, so not technically in the front, like down here.
From
where
where
the front of the house
your.
It would be where the
I
entrance is
misspoke.
to the
Where
property.
You
Okay,
make entry,
okay,
okay?
yep. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's approximately 12 weeks?
12.
Yeah.
Thank you.
259 Harrison. Hello.
I'm just gonna sit right here if you don't mind.
Not at all.
There's already a handicap sign there.
Well, then you don't get to.
You don't get to. I was gonna say, 'cause my neighbor downstairs doesn't like it when I talk there.
Oh, boy.
He says the sign is just for him.
No.
And I told him,
We'll get into that in 1 second. Let's just review your packet.
Your license says Fulton Street, ma'am?
So which one is
Yeah,
this?
oh.
This one?
Backside.
isn't there, isn't there
Would it be this
Another
one?
one?
one to the back?
With our licenses.
Oh, on the back, okay.
This hasn't been
I
renewed yet.
knew it this year, so.
Okay.
Stephanie, this is the house? Oh, this.
Okay.
I don't see it.
While they're reviewing your packet, I can talk real briefly about the way handicap signs work, okay? Nobody owns a handicap spot. I don't, like, for instance, you're here today petitioning for one in front of your address. If it does get approved, it does not belong to you.
No, I
Okay,
understand.
anybody with a handicap placard can go there and park there, and they're absolutely fine to do so. So that is something your neighbors also has to be
Yeah,
educated
it
about.
just makes it
Everyone
easy
seems
to
to think
everyone
that,
all around.
yeah, that's just one of those things. A lot of people are under that misconception. But if you were to park there, you are well within your right to do
Yes,
so.
yes, I know.
That being said,
Things even up in my face, I don't like.
that's unfortunate.
Don't touch me, 'cause if you touch me, you're in trouble.
Is there a motion on the table?
Motion to approve.
Approved?
Second.
Second, any opposed? Seeing none? Approved.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome very much.
Now I'm gonna see where I can park when I get home. I hope I don't have to park on James Street. That's happened.
560 William Street. 560 William Street.
The price is just a little bit different.
Once, twice. Oh, motion table.
Motion to table.
Second.
Any opposed? None. 560 is tabled. 261 Whipple. Hello.
I only speak
Oh, I
English.
see. Is this the house? Second.
Yeah, so there's the driveway right here. Yeah, that's the house, yeah. Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah.
There is a driveway.
Do you have access to the driveway?
You don't mind me to interpret it for her? She doesn't
Not at
speak
all.
English. Okay. She does have a driveway, but the driveway is not safe for her. It's like not finished driveway. It's like rocks, and already she tried to park there and she
It's not
fell
enough for her.
twice. She's
It's
had a
closed- it's
surgery in
closed
her
down.
back not that long ago.
Is she the property owner?
No,
Oh.
her husband is.
Or-
Her husband and her mother-in-law was the owners. They are the owners of the property.
Is this a single family?
No,
It's a multifamily.
yes,
And her husband owns the property.
yes.
No,
Not the registration, it's here.
I didn't see it.
I don't know.
No,
It's
no.
not even a driveway.
It's not a driveway?
No, it's a
You
driveway.
not even can say it's a driveway because cars,
Let me see the picture.
it's rocks. It goes back
It's
to
a
the
driveway.
yard. So in the backyard is kind of parking.
Oh, I would have to, yeah, I'd have to disagree. We have a curb cut. We have a vehicle parked in the driveway. Just the fact that it is not paved or concrete or blacktop, that's not what constitutes the driveway, okay? It can be grass, it can be gravel, it can be dirt, it can be whatever you, as the homeowner, choose to have it as a driveway. Looking at this residence, I would have to certainly say there is a driveway to the residence, okay?
Especially
Sí,
when
tiene
they own
un
it.
driveway, que no importa que tenga piedra, traba, o lo que sea, ellos no pueden aprobar, porque sí hay.
Someone parks there now, correct?
Alguien se parquea ahí.
Because there's.
Yeah, second floor
Yeah.
person.
So people do park, they use it as a driveway, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so, issue at hand, like, you might have heard me explain before, anytime we have a request like this, there's certain things that we need to check off, certain things that if they are there, we can't do it. It has nothing to do with what we want, okay? If you have a home and you have access to off-street parking, which in this case she does, because she has utilized it, we can't take public parking from the street and box that out to you, because you already have access to off-street parking.
Eso porque lo tienen, ellos no le pueden quitar el parking a las personas que no tienen afuera del público. Eso porque tú sí tienes una entrada para So she say it is handicap parkings, in the same street next to her, so she can park, she does have the handicap.
Oh yeah, like you heard me explain before, if there's a handicap space on that street and you have your placard up, you can park there all day long.
The people he make a complaint when I park.
They can complain till they're blue in the face, they will be met with the utmost empathy,
she
but
won't get
the fact of the matter is, your car will not have to move, you are perfectly fine parking there. There is no such thing as an owned handicap parking space on a public way. Okay, so before you leave, motion on the table?
Motion to deny.
Aye?
Second.
Second, any opposed? Seeing none. Based on the reasons that I explained to you, we're not gonna be able to approve a handicap parking space on the public way.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
And finally, 371 Pine. Okay.
Because if you're 79, you live right there. How you want something on the street? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this one.
No, that's not good.
No, I feel, we're not looking
I
at
just seen them pull in it too when I was there.
All right, Ms. Robinson, your house is set back, at the end of the driveway?
Yeah,
Single family?
yeah, no, it's three family.
That's a three-family?
Yeah, there's a guy live upstairs.
That's-
This one?
Yeah.
That little house set way in the back there? That's a
This?
three-family?
Is it really?
What, does it go deep in the ground?
It was a three family, I said, yeah. Guy up where you live.
The house at the end of the driveway, that little red house, that's a three-family?
Pine Street. There's a long driveway.
Yeah.
up where they-
Yeah, who does that driveway access to get to your house? Who does that driveway belong to?
The landlord. But the one on the first floor on one side, she has access to park there and the guy upstairs. So no.
Talking about the same house.
I'm so confused.
I need, I'm gonna, I just wanna make sure I'm talking about the right property here, cause this looks like
And the
a large
property is
shed,
horrible.
not a three-family.
And
This house right here,
Yeah.
Lots of bug.
that's your house? That's a three-family?
And she's parked on this.
Who's
she
ready to
lives
park?
on this side,
So
she lives on
Rock
that
Street
side.
has metered spaces. She can park at a meter with their placard, and on Pine Street, there's no parking on the south side. So we'd have to
The
put it
landlord lives here?
across the street on Pine. It would be such a long
So
distance
who
for her.
utilizes the driveway?
It's so
Who
big.
utilizes that driveway?
The landlord said that the one that's living there now has access, only two cars can park in there.
You live there now.
I live
There's
there.
three people, she
Sometimes
just
I
moved
gotta
in there,
park
so
way
she
on
don't have a
Rock
parking
Street.
place.
So only
Can't
the
make it if it's
right
fine.
apartment and the second
Having
floor?
a lot of problems.
No, the one on the top floor has exit
They
to
all-
that driveway, and the woman on the other side has exit to that driveway.
So she does not have access to the driveway?
Because she just moved in about a year and a half ago. And he said
can't
that somebody
park
moves
there.
out, then she'll have
Cause
access.
I'm blocking
Gotcha.
people from getting or going to work.
Okay, so
So she needs
the
something-
landlord said the two senior people get the
There's no-
parking. You're the junior tenant, so,
So
okay.
they're not tenants.
You can't use the Rock Street entrance?
A lot of issues
That's what-
in my
That's what she's
life.
saying, she can't use the Rock Street or the Pine
She's
Street.
trying to get a parking place
Entrance.
across the street
Yeah,
from
we
that
have to
driveway.
park
Such
way
a
on
long
Rock
walk.
Street.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
you're,
a long walk.
yeah, so where do you park right now?
Right
Trying to
now,
find a
I
place.
park wherever I can, and then I wait for
Yeah, on
somebody to
Rock
move
Street,
out.
you
But
have
the
to climb
people
up the hill.
across the street,
Up on top.
they have people saving parking spots for them.
Yeah, the way
And I
they
got
park
no
over
place
there,
to park.
they take like two parking places, so you can't squeeze it until the other
Yeah,
person
so-
comes
So
home.
right now you
They have
park
a
along
driveway.
Pine Street and you'll walk all the way down and down that long driveway?
Yeah.
That's what you do now?
Yeah, I can't
Yes,
walk.
I park
I
like
got a lot
right
of-
around the corner.
You know you can park at a meter with your placard, correct?
Yeah, where the meters are.
Yeah, you can park there and with your handicap placard as long as it's displayed. Yeah?
Do you do that
Far to walk.
on Rock Street?
On
because
Rock Street.
Rock
all
Street
the
would be
way.
too far?
All the way down the street, you gotta go there.
No, right at the corner.
You gotta go around the corner.
It's been
So-
tough.
So she
I'm
knows
gonna
about
walk
Rock
you
Street.
with you real quick.
I'm so confused.
I don't think she knows if there's a Rock Street
No, I don't think she
entrance.
understands
Yeah.
that she
So-
can park.
So that's the Rock
I'm
Street
out of
entrance.
here and I lost my
Sure.
hearing
Right.
aids
Oh,
That goes
today.
back
Oh.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
This would be Pine.
And that's a driveway.
Yes,
Right?
it's the same,
Rock Street
and then
has
this is
meters.
Pine Street. So the house is
Okay?
set right here, so it's
This
like an L.
driveway leads to
So
your house.
parking, there's no parking on this side of Pine, on the south side. So it'd have to
I
be
know,
on the
you
north
can't park in the
side,
driveway.
which would be such a
What you
long walk
can
for her.
do
She can
is
park
park
at a meter right
anywhere
here.
here for free. You don't have to pay the meter.
Because there's a meter there, right?
So why don't you park just in front of her house?
Huh?
There's a meter there, she can park in front of
She
her.
can park at a meter, of course.
But no matter
Which would
what,
be,
One side.
she's
She
gonna
can
have
walk
to
right
park
up
on the
Yeah.
opposite side of Pine and still do all this walking down this long driveway. It would be the same
It'll
distance.
be less, because if you park directly from driveway, right across the street.
That's a
it'll be
long
less.
walk.
Yeah.
I would
That's a
think.
shorter distance?
Yeah.
She doesn't, I don't
Yeah.
think she realizes she can park at the metered spot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think, but you might, I know that, I know where it is, it's across from
It
the
just
Pine
seems
Street
like
Roman
it's-
House,
it's
but it is a long driveway. You think somebody
I don't think she
might
realizes
offer to
it.
let her park
It's
in
gonna
the
be a
yard.
long,
It's like so aggravating.
All right. So it would appear,
For no parking.
without having these measurements in front of me, that if you were to park on Rock Street, where she could park at the meter spots for free, the driveway has a slight grade, and it's a X amount of feet shot from Rock Street to her residence. They're stating that from the Pine Street side, it is a shorter distance and a straight shot, even parking on the opposite side of Pine Street, walking across Pine, down the driveway right to the residence. That's where the handicap would end up going anyways, because that would be the
It has
most
to be on the-
direct spot to the residence. And as of right now, she does not have access to the driveway. There are two inlets, but it would appear that one has one inlet, the other resident has the other.
It's awful.
So Stefan, you're saying that they can go out that section?
that will bring
Onto
you out
If
to
it's
Rock.
not blocked.
If
That
it's
will
not
bring you out
blocked?
to Rock, yep. So that's
But
the
if
Pine
both
Street
tenants are
entrance.
parked in this pattern, this one would have to back out onto Pine, this one would
Right.
have to back out onto Rock.
So maybe the landlord can make it convenient for her where they don't do that, where she can go out onto Rock.
Maybe, but
Because
at
it'd
the
be easier
current
for
point,
her.
the fact of the matter is the landlord has not approved her off-street parking. So that's what we're dealing with. You know what I mean? We don't go into,
Right, I gotcha.
having a landlord make accommodations.
Of course.
Did he tell you, that
Yeah,
if
because
one of the
that's
tenants
the
move
Rock
out,
Street
she's
That'd
able
be so
to,
much easier.
she's the next one in line?
Yeah,
That'll,
that'd be so
that'll
much
be helpful
easier.
for her.
And there's no, there is not a lot of traffic
And
over
it's
there
an
Yeah.
incline to go up
compared to that.
Yeah, no, I get it, I get it.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me now. I had to get some,
We're still
some
stuck on it
visuals out
being
of
a
the way.
three-family.
Fine. So after reviewing this, I understand what they're saying, and it does make sense. Currently, she does not have access to this off-street parking. Only 2 residents out of the 3 do. It would make sense, it appears that Pine Street would be the more accessible route for her, and that's where the sign would go, so. Any questions from the board?
No.
Is there a motion on?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second, any opposed? Seeing none, all set. You will have one in the next 12 weeks along Pine Street, okay? Absolutely.
Good day.
All right, and real quick, I'm gonna go over the rescinded handicap spots. We have Prospect Street, Corey Street, Birch, Holden, and Lebanon. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Seconded by John. Any opposed? None. Rescinded passes. This time there is nothing else. We go ahead and adjourn this meeting. Thank you.